Yes, welcome back into our channels, ladies and gentlemen. We love you, and this is a channel of those guys that are saying that it is all about learning, and learning never stops. And the moment you stop learning, that is when you start falling behind. And as I always state it very clearly, the day that you are wished out of those higher institutions of learning. They said it clearly that is, go out there and do all it pertains to that particular degree or the certificates that you have. And the moment you step out of the formal institution, that is when the learning starts. And the moment you stop learning, you know that you're falling back because there's nowhere that remains constant. Nothing remains constant in this uh, ever changing world. And what I'm talking about that. Today, I just want us to talk very briefly on something that is very pertinent and what everybody has been talking about is about success. And the big question that comes into our minds each and every time, what is really success and how can we achieve success and how do we achieve and even attract success into our lives? Success is normally something that has been really covered and how everybody views success totally different. And success generally, what I talk about, when I talk about success, it boils down into good life and that state of the mind of happiness. As long as you are living happily, you are enjoying as you continue to live. You're not just rehearsing and waiting to leave, but you whatever you are doing it as with a lot of passion and you enjoy and you're giving it your best. That is success. The moment that you find that you are giving your best and you are gaining whatever you get out of whatever you have given your best, that is success. You're not talking about being a millionaire or being a billionaire or even being the best father that can be seen. But as long as what you are very much satisfied that what I have done my best, and there is nothing much I can do more than this. And whatever you achieve after doing that, that is what we call success. That is success. And when you give it your best, even if you're just earning $10,000 per year, and you have done your best, gods will see it that you live a well fulfilling life because you've done your best. And today I just want us to look at what are some of the traits or habits or characteristics of guys that are just have decided that this cannot just be it. There is something big that we are going for. And I was talking to individuals and they shared a lot of things, but I just want to share something very brief. What are some of the very few traits that if you have them, you are geared towards success, or even you'll be successful at one point in life. And if you continue, because it's a habit that you have to form, and this consistency that we're talking about here. Yeah, there is. Welcome back. This is Makohino, and the first one that we are looking at, the first trait that you must have to be successful is number one, is setting clear and specific goals. I like the term clarity. And this is found with most of the successful guys. Get that clarity, be clear. Be clear on whatever you want to achieve and write it down. And let it be specific. When do you want to achieve it? Yeah, most of us are caught into just living and moving by destiny, not knowing what we really want to achieve. And normally, when you set a goal, and that one is creates an objective and a purpose for your life. Then what the next thing is to write it down. Always a goal is when you write it down, it's like making a contract with yourself. That for this I'm going to achieve. After writing it down, come up with action plan. How am I going to achieve it? Write each and every plan down. I always say that ask yourself. Just ask yourself, what if I have just 3 months to live? What is that one thing that I can do? That becomes the objective and the purpose. And even it can also culminate into a goal. Then start with that. Get that one action that you can do. very simple that you can do every day, something that can be done every day. And when you're writing your goals, write them in present tense as if you've already achieved the most. That like, don't have something that are vague, that I want to be rich. That's something that I am blessed and highly favored to be increasing my income by 50% by October 2026. Then after writing that, what would I have to do? Because it is stated very clearly. An interview was taken with a very renowned entrepreneur. He said that there are only two ways that are known for success. The first thing is to set and write a clear and specific goal that you want to achieve, and determine the price that you are willing to pay. Then pay the price. Just pay the price. Paying the price is take action. Writing is not enough. Most of us write goals, we write resolutions each and every year, but they remain just as resolutions. Why? Because we never take action. A goal without an action, knowledge without an action, no results. And the second thing that also learned, the lessons that are really the lessons that are shared by successful individuals, that are geared, that have really pushed individuals to high levels of success. Another one is develop a positive mental attitude. A positive mental attitude is just creating a deep belief in yourself that is really seated inside you, that for this I must do. I am capable of doing this. If it has been done, why not me? Now, everything that we're looking at, these things have been done, and it's possible. And how does it become possible? Doing it, act on it daily. Just do simple things. Success have boiled down to doing very simple things, and you're looking at things that the successful individuals are doing, and you're wondering, how comes these things are so simple that but what normally brings the success is this consistency. Your thoughts are powerful. What are you thinking about? No, it's normally, as Bob Proctor put it very clearly, that most of us confuse mental activity with thinking. Very few think. And it's also stated very clear that you become what you think about each and every time. What are you thinking about? And it's also that human beings are negative. They always think about negative things. And when you think about negative things, what do you attract into your life? Negativity. Nothing good comes out of negative thinking. Be optimistic. Be optimistic. It costs you totally nothing to be optimistic. Another quality or another trait that gears us towards success that you must also have, so that the next one is continuous learning and self-development. That one I can't even talk about it much. And I always state it here, that the moment you stop learning, you start falling behind. You'll never remain the same. Make sure that you are learning every day in your field. Create time. Excuses, I talked about killing the excuse engines. Excuses that I don't have time. Create time. Ask yourself, what if I just create 10 minutes reading every day? How many hours are those in a month? And how many pages? So you just say that even I'm just going to read 10 pages of a good book every day in my field. And you're not just going to focus on your field alone. Read books on philosophies, read books on psychology, read books on business plans, read books on business management, read books on entrepreneurship, read books, just read. And when you get an idea, run with it and start acting on it. You'll get that within a year you'll have done, if you just spend like 10 minutes reading every day without failing, consistency. You'll get that within a year you'll have learned massive knowledge. Another thing that also talk about traits of a successful person or somebody who's geared towards success is develop a laser-like focus. In this world that is full of distractions, in left, right, and center, you are attracted to distractions. Your phones, screens are all over. Everything that is beautiful is all over. That distracts you from the attention of whatever you are doing. Laser like focus. Focus on one thing and do it to the best, and you'll get results out of it. Multitasking. Some talk about multitasking. Your brain does not know something like multitasking. It's just switching from one activity to another, which increases errors. But when you focus on one activity and do it to the best, you'll succeed in that particular activity. The next thing that also is looking at is developing strong relationships. It's about who do you know, not what you know. Yeah, this is a huge characteristics that are carried men. Each and every man will let you, each and every successful person will tell you that so and so held my hand at a particular point. I learned this from so and so. Yeah, relationships. This is the greatest trait of a successful person. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to share something very short today. And keep doing it. Keep showing up. Keep showing up every day in whatever you are doing. Thank you. And let us meet at the top.